Today, some of the world's leading sports figures share with us how their fathers helped make them the person that they are today, including Tiger Woods, Mario Andretti, Shaquille O'Neal, Danica Patrick, Cal Ripken Jr., Michelle Kwan, Tony Romo, and Michael Jordan. Who Made You? An all-star tribute to fathers. Presented by T-Mobile. Father's Day, a day for barbecues, playing catch, or for enjoying a summer Sunday. And also that special day of the year when we stop to acknowledge our fathers, the men who played so many significant roles in our lives. This is a day that brings back those memories of special moments, events, and stories as we recognize the important part that our fathers played in shaping us, teaching us, inspiring our growth. Today, some of the world's best-known sports figures recall their fathers and share with us how their dads helped make them the person they are today. Mario Andretti came to America from Italy at the age of 15. The Andrettis, a family of 5, could not speak English, and they possessed a mere $125 in their pockets. Oh my, how times have changed. Today, the name Andretti is synonymous with the sport of auto racing and all its greatness. 3 generations of Andrettis have raced at Indy. Mario and son Michael have won championships. But grandson Marco may just prove to be the greatest Andretti driver of all.
Oh, I have great appreciation for the life that I live today because I truly, truly lived the American dream.
You know, I think we were very fortunate as a family to have 3 generations where one of the kids were born with the ability. You got to have that inherent thing, which I saw with Marco.
You look at the accomplishments of the 2 of them, and it's unbelievable, you know, and the thing is, I couldn't idolize anybody more.
What I remember growing up in Italy was a lot of confusion. When I was born in 1940, that's pretty much when the Second World War broke out. We left our home and we were in a refugee camp for 7 years, from 48 to 55. We arrived here with just about nothing. My dad had $125 in his pocket. None of us spoke the language, so it was a total beginning of everything. In 2 years' time, we had a house and 2 cars. And then 4 years after arriving in the United States, I was racing.
He's the single person that I think I really learned from, and not necessarily being taught, but I think more being around him and being around the sport. And, you know, I think I learned so much just by observing.
I could take the blame for introducing them to the sport, but they didn't have to do it. And I made it clear, you don't have to be a race driver. You can pursue something else in life and we'll be just as happy. But they did pursue this career. The concern was always there that the kids would have this pressure.
You really feel it the most when you're coming up through the ranks. If you didn't win every race, you hear comments like, yeah, his kids, he just, you know, he doesn't have it, things like that. And it's all because of who you were.
You know, they're in a no-win situation in so many ways because a lot of people from the outside think, well, they have everything handed to them, and it's not true at all. And Mike especially, he earned his way there. I remember the very first time that Michael really made a competitive pass at me. I think it was a pass for the lead. It was not a totally clean pass. It was a little bit of touching wheels and so forth, and I was actually quite upset, you know, and then as soon as he went by to the side, I said, I thought it was attaboy. We had stories of successes you could only dream about, really. Look back at Milwaukee, I think it was in 1992 or 3. We were on podium together. It was Michael winning, nephew John second, I was third. For sure, the most rewarding part of my career. One thing that I like about Marco is the fact that he thinks big.
The 224 lap was half.
I think Marco is in a little bit luckier of a position than myself in the standpoint that he had a father that experienced a lot of what he was going through. Where when I was the son of, you know, of Mario Andretti, Dad had no clue what I was going through. So a lot of times the more he would help, the worse he would make the pressure, because he would be, you know, just bringing more attention to things or whatever. And so I learned, you know, for Marco that, okay, I want to go there, but I'm backing off and trying to take the limelight off him as much as I can. And because if I got more involved, then there'd be more pressure on him. So I think those things have probably helped him a little bit.
Going into a race, my approach isn't like, oh man, I mean, my father did this, my father won that, my grandfather won that, so I have to. It's the wrong approach, simply the wrong approach. The way I go into it is, you know, I want to do it for all of us, but I want to do it for myself. And you really have to have the amount of confidence where you get out of the car and you say, Michael and Mario Andretti couldn't have done it better than what I just did.
He's got that pressure that he feels like for himself he wants to not fail. But I also know that he loves the glory part of it as well, which I never, I guess I'm disappointed in myself. Maybe I didn't enjoy the highs as much as I should have. You know, I think he does that, and I'm happy that he does.
When I look back, I think I had such an incredible, I still do, a love for the sport. And I think they found the same thing. That's the only way I can put it. And what is more satisfying than having your own kids pursue the family business, so to speak?
In Portland in 1986, my dad passed me on the last lap on the last 100 yards of the race, and it was on Father's Day, and we finished 1-2. And I sort of said Happy Father's Day to that, but I gotta say, I really didn't mean it.